right, so we're on 326. We're coming up on I-75 to view the location of where the Buc-ees is going to be. So stay tuned. All right, so we're going under 75. Truck stop here. You're supposed to be building it back here. It's probably going to roll into this part. This is the old one. So we're going to make a turn and see what's going on back here. There's no construction out here, like supposedly. I thought it was supposed to be out there.
We're probably going to have to do what you don't want to do. Get on the highway.
Yeah. Oh my. You want to talk about an old camper trailer? That's an old camper trailer. Just go down in the corner and make a U-ey. Let's see what we can see. Well, it looks old. Oh, they want you to pay to park. Well, that's what these little signs are saying. They want the semi trucks and everybody to pay. Well, supposedly they're supposed to be building out here. I don't see nothing, and they supposedly broke ground.
I'm going to say, I bet you if we get on I-75, we're going to I-75. Because they're creating that exit down by us. All right.
That's actually behind us.
No, we're south of it. Where I work is south of it.
All right, so now we're on 44.
On the search for Buc-ees.
And that is 75 right there. Supposedly, it's supposed to be over here somewhere. When you look at the map, they actually have it like right here, but there's nothing going on right here. So, I mean, nothing. So we're going to try to find out. Oh, look, northbound's at a standstill. See, they just built this place, so it's definitely not here. Northbound's always a standstill. I mean, it's just stopped. So we're going to ride out this way a little bit because I don't think it's where they're telling us it. It's kind of showing it on the map,
so we're going to find this big, huge spot being built eventually.
We're actually headed south now, and we're going to see where it is. Oh, all the turkey vultures. They're getting them something. Oh, somebody ran over a coyote. You can run over a coyote. There's something wrong with you. Very pretty out here. Today the weather is, we are currently 79 degrees. We got a little bit of an overcast with some sun. We had like a weird tropical / cold, mini cold front. Tried to push through yesterday and it dissipated before it got to us. So that's how that is. So let's see what we've got going on here. There's another truck place. Show on the map. We went to where it shows on the map. There's nothing there. It's the old Love's truck stop. So, hang tight. Alright, so we found another little area that comes back here. This is 75. There's nothing going on back here. There's a little road that goes that way to that building.
intersection, that interchange, so it's gotta be right over here somewhere.
So again, they're just like, well, I was trying to pull it up on your phone, but your phone won't let me do it.
Right.
So, yeah, see, northbound's slow. When it gets up here, it comes to a stop. So, again, we're trying to, all these neat little places, they're not showing it. Hang tight. All right, so at the moment, see, we looked on the thing. Here, let me see what you were looking at. We believe the location that the Buc-ees is going to be not actually here, because that's where over here, that's where the Amazon, Chewy, and FedEx and all that, it's over there. By what we just found online, it looks like it's going to be on that side of 75 over there. So this is what we were looking at.
So we're here.
There's, go ahead.
We're actually right here.
Right.
At the flea market. This is the flea market. We're right here. That's the Amazon building we're looking at. It's right where these roads, the I-75 is going north. That looks like that's what they're saying is it. Just a little north of here. So we're going to go right around and see if we can find it.
So we think, again, he thinks that's going to be right over here somewhere across on the east side.
And then north, to the left.
Somewhere up here.
Yep.
All right. Stay tuned. Okay, so currently, we're still looking.
We've driven a total circle around where it should be.
We think we passed where they were working on it. So right now we're turning on 35th because it's supposed to be down towards 49th. There was a section where it looked like they're trying to clear a little tiny bit of property, but the space didn't look right. We still could be wrong about that. So we're going to try to go out here and see if there's another, we know there's another road out here. We're going to try to get and take it back to the right and go back north, because by that map he was showing you guys on his phone, it's north of this. This is Chewy, this is AutoZone, this is FedEx, there's the Amazon buildings out here, there's all these big buildings out here, all the big workplaces, and oh gosh knows what else they're putting in. They're putting all kinds of stuff out here. But
that's all new.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's brand new. So there's all these big giant places out here. So there's another road up here. You want to take this one?
This is no.
Okay, because there's the other one that has the 4-way stop up there too.
But that one doesn't have a road that goes that way. That one goes by Amazon.
Okay, and that just stays there. Okay.
Yeah, I gave you a video from there.
From that. All right, so now we're going to try down here because we did pass 49th, and the way it looks on that road we just came off of to come to here, it looks like they're trying to stick it in the middle of a neighborhood. I know we live in the woods and stuff, but it looks like they're just trying to stick it in a neighbor here. So we're thinking back in here somewhere maybe, because just on the other side of these hills is 75. This is a beef farm. That's cattle.
And that out there is where they put in the overpass to alleviate some of the traffic because of Buc-ees, to make it easier to get in and not Buc-ees.
So let's see where we are at.
It's gotta be in here somewhere.
So this is Finley Cemetery. This is 42nd because it's supposed to be off of 49th. See, this is supposed to be out here somewhere. And see, like I said, it's residential. So, and then 75 and stuff's this way. And that was 42nd. So let's see what this street is. This is 45th place. Okay. There's power pole line.
Yeah, it'll be next to that.
It's not going to be too far from this. That's what, because the part of they built that road that we posted the video to, that's like a ramp that's going to be on coming from 75. So this is going to be very interesting in what they're doing out here. And this is another cattle farm.
48.
That's the cattle. That says cattle company. This is another cattle farm.
Some of there's got to be a construction road. And it'll say construction entrance or something.
Let's see what is. All right, this says 53rd Street.
Yeah.
That little spot back there where that car was driving on that empty stuff? We don't know. We're trying to. This is crazy. Supposedly they broke ground, what, last month? We ain't seen no place for anybody breaking ground. See, these are people's private. These are,
And I can still see 75 out there.
yeah, there's 75 right over there. So interesting. Because they have, again, they supposedly broke ground. Interesting. So this is what's this out here? Oh, this is probably where that big hole was that we drove by. That was next to the other cattle farm or the construction company. There was just more homes. Because there's a train track right here. Because on the other side there was a big hole next to a big diesel company. So you can't really do a whole lot with that because that's a sinkhole. But yeah, there's a train track. Still nothing. Very, very interesting. No through trucks. Baldwin Angus Ranch. This is 31. Road work ahead. Again, this is where we thought, remember we saw it back on the other side, we saw the road work supposedly. But this is not a giant area for, it says 1-lane road and it has a flagman. I don't care. I'm for it. I mean, but that's not a very big space for what they're talking
The space from here to 75 would be.
Yes, but this is private property. That is private property.
Yeah, but
this up here is not. Again, I don't know, but we're going to take a look. Let's take a look. We're not quite, I think we're just still too far in. See, it's just only construction we've seen so far out in the vicinity. But this is railroad tracks. They're probably working on the tracks. Yep, here's the Angus Ranch we went blowing by. Oh no, they're doing the road. They're just paving the road. Good golly. No, dude, you can go back, babe, if you want. So once again, all right, well, that definitely wasn't it. And that goes on to that cattle ranch. Very, very interesting.
There's so much property right out there that could have been.
I know.
But could only be, where it might only be access from
Worst
75.
case, we take another turn.
And this is just the cattle ranch out here, I think.
Possibly. Maybe he sold some of his property to them. Maybe that's why. We don't know. Let's take a peek. Worst case, we gotta make another
There's
U-turn.
a little Pueblo looking house.
Oh yeah, look, that's. Oh, I was pointing down. Sorry, guys. That was a neat looking house. It looked like an old southern clay house. See, he's got all his hay over there. Looks like it's gonna rain. Yeah, this is a ranch, but this is 56th Street, and it's a dead end. So this definitely ain't it. It's somebody's private property. We are not going to drive on. We're just going to make a U-turn because we're just passing through.
All right, so the one article said between around 49th and I-75. So that's that way. So we'll just try to head back that way and find something else. So how are the kids doing? It's almost noon.
Well, I haven't heard anybody complain. I don't think they broke ground like they did when they did the article. I'll have to dig up the article and attach it to this video. But yeah, it's really crazy. All right. And we'll be back. Okay, so now we're headed out. Now this is where, that's like the AutoZone building.
Yeah.
And we're on the other side of 75. We're on the east side where they're supposedly saying it is. By what we could tell, this looked like it was like a cemetery type place. So, yeah. So now, yep, that was AutoZone. And this is... Oh, it says this is Chewy. Now, like I said, we're on the other side of the highway where all this is. See, there's no through street here. Oh. We're building like mad right here.
Yeah, this is another, it's not, this is something else we looked up because we're out here looking for this.
Well, suppose
there's the overpass that's supposed to be for Buc-ee's.
Okay, so what does this says here? Future home of Everett Ritt.
Okay, Everett. That's a trucking company.
And then over here, where out here is supposedly where originally we were told it was going, because they built all this road that eventually will go over and around to 75.
Could drop you right next to Buc-ee's.
And Buc-ee's is supposed to be out here. That's the old Amazon building right there. Again, we're still east of 75, and this would make total sense.
On the other side.
On the other side of this right here, on the other side of this is where Buc-ee's is technically supposed to be by what we keep seeing on the map. This is going to be an overpass to help alleviate the stress for the traffic that it's going to create out here. This side is finished.
It
says road closed, but maybe later in the evening we could just walk out here, come out here and park and take a walk. Oh, we're walking. Nobody said we couldn't walk out here. Doesn't say that.
Does it say it's...
Just
doesn't
says
say no trespassing.
It says road closed, no trespassing. It has a bicycle lane, no outlet. So maybe later this evening, if it's not raining, we'll come back up here and take the boys for a walk. It'd be a nice walk, learn the new part of the area. Oh, we just moved here. You know what I mean? Hey, you never know. And we'll take a peek. How else you gonna know? Because we're thinking, you get around this corner, that's where it's gonna happen. But there's still no construction other than what's up here. It would look like this back here that we just passed. And I supposedly broke ground because the governor came out and he shoveled some dirt. So
yeah, that's supposed to lead towards Buc-ee's.
Right, this is supposed to go to Buc-ee's.
So we've just been trying to find the other side of that, which unfortunately is probably going to dump right onto I-75.
Right, so that's why we're not having any luck.
We'd almost have to get on I-75 and drive past it.
Possibly, but right now, as you saw, it's a parking lot.
We could go up the other way and come back south, because it wasn't so bad south.
No, true. So that's what our thoughts are. There's 75 right back there. You just barely see it. But yeah, they're just like, oh my God, your work's gonna be like, what do you... It would look like this. And we're not finding this.
No, see, if you go that way right now, it's a mess.
This way?
This is why they're putting in that road, because
behind us?
This right here going, this is, you got to go all the way out to the next road up.
So this is what they're trying to help alleviate.
Alleviate this right here, a lot of this.
So where does this go then?
This goes out to the next road where we would go to Natalie,'s, that next road down.
Old Gainesville Road, 28th.
Where we used to get off there and go the back way into her place. That goes all the way to that.
Okay.
And that backs up all
as you
the way
see,
up
there's
here.
nothing active other than them building that truck place. So the saga continues. Dun dun dun.
Yeah, right.
All right, so we just I'll have to show you what we were looking at. So we are now on southbound 75. And this is a huge project they're undertaking out here for this. And I'll have to show you momentarily. So right now we're currently looking the northwest 49th Street corridor. So see, this is southbound, northbound 75, and it's still a parking lot. This is crazy. And that's why we don't come out and try to stay out from out here. I've seen 95. Only time 95 would get like this if it's rush hour or if there was an accident. This is just traffic. It's always been like that when you come out of Ocala in this area.
All right, so what I'm looking at here is...
So this is a beef property here.
I'm looking for, on the left side, the construction for that overpass coming in. Because wherever they stop it, that's coming across to be over to this side.
Right.
Because we looked over here earlier at all this stuff.
Yes, we were over here looking across here. We were over here looking over here. So again, we're just trying to get some updates since we were here.
So it's gotta be.
Yeah, look at the like southbound side's all backed up. So
That's northbound.
or northbound. I'm sorry, I'm turned around right now. We've been up since before
So
sun.
this right here.
This is all that cattle
This area
farm.
right here is where it's going to be.
Somewhere in
Because
here.
here's all the chewy and all that. So
Yes.
it's going to be here or that way, or this over here to our right.
So right, but this is that active cattle farm. So again, I don't know.
Yeah.
Or over here, because this is the flea market,
Yep, that's where it's supposed to be. Because
and then here.
here's the Amazon, and
And
also
then-
it's already north of this. So yeah, we already passed it.
Right. So that yard back there, which is that active, that all that property was that active farm for that ranch. See, and here's this one. They built this giant place over here. Look, this is new. Holy moly, that's a
Yeah.
big building too.
Yeah, a lot of this is waiting for all that stuff to be finished.
I mean, look, this is the FedEx building. Okay, so this is, again, northbound 75 is terrible. It's always been like that, though, when we go to Gainesville from South Florida. And this is an active camping site. I mean, but, and it's supposedly starting down at Dungarlets. I think that's another exit, isn't it?
It's 2 more exits down. Or 3 exits,
Yeah.
3 more exits down.
And then to even get to that on 75 right now, it's going to be
And all this is going to be under construction and get widened one lane.
right. They said that on the thing. I'll play it. I'll have to play it for the. Actually, I guess should be able. That
For
was
the
their.
link.
Yeah, I'll put the link in the description because it's the local channel for the area. They were announcing it back on February 25th. So that was saying in the article that they're going to put 1 lane on each side of the highway. They just finished making it 3 lanes, just like South Florida. It's never finished because by the time you get done, then you got to add another one. And it 95 down there ended up. There's the white Hellcat.
Yep.
Sorry. And even 95 in South Florida, down in Fort Lauderdale, ended up being 6 lanes one side, 6 lanes on the other eventually, and spots down south. I know, I used to drive on it. That and the turnpike. Even the turnpike got that way too. So yeah, then in both sides you end up with like 12 lanes. And South Florida, even further south, where my coach's gym was, my strongman gym, they're building them byways and triways and spaghetti bowls and they were already widened it, and then they went back and started re-widening it on 2 more lanes. So that was going to be 6 to 8 lanes on one side. It's insane. It's crazy. But they're doing that up here too. So when you go west, out here west, this is like reminds us of like Fort Lauderdale and Pembroke Pines, because down there it's not really a big city. It's more like suburbs, because there's not a ton of the downtown area is much smaller. So, all right, with that, have the day you deserve.